So following Anthony Joshua's shock defeat at the hands of Andy Ruiz over the weekend, Ring Magazine have now released their top 10 heavyweight rankings, essentially. I was going to say pound for pound, but it's heavyweight rankings. So Anthony Joshua was number one on the list of top 10 heavyweights. Now, he was number one for a while now. And obviously, given the fact that he's lost, there's going to be changes made to the top 10s, as you'd expect, okay? But in at number one, we now have Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is the number one ranked heavyweight in the world, according to Ring Magazine. Now, I know BoxRec have Andy Ruiz ranked as the number one heavyweight in the world, but BoxRec rankings are very, very subjective. They're all done via computers, as far as I believe, so you can never really get an accurate top 10 rankings. You know, you could have a fighter, for argument's sake, you could have a fighter like Anthony Crolla, who, I know he didn't beat Lomachenko, but say for argument's sake, they went into that fight and Lomachenko blew a leg or blew his calf muscle or something like that in the first minute of the round, and Anthony Crolla won by default, he'd be ranked number one on the BoxRec systems. You know, that sort of way. So it's very silly, the BoxRec rankings. The Ring Magazine is more real. It's done by people, they rank them. So I would go by rankings at the Ring Magazine more so than I would go over BoxRec rankings, just to let that out there. But the fact of the matter is, they have Tyson Fury ranked as number one. Now, Tyson Fury, he is one of the top three heavyweights in the world. But realistically, has he done enough in the last year to warrant being number one? What it tells me that the people at the Ring Magazine, they obviously felt that Tyson Fury won the Deontay Wilder fight, which is why they have him ahead of Deontay Wilder. Purely because Fury may be the lineal heavyweight champion of the world, but he doesn't have an official title. You know, he doesn't have a WBC, a WBO title. He just has this, mythical lineal heavyweight title. So it is a bit weird. I don't know why they have him at number one. Think of it like this. He fought Stephen Fury, Francesco Pianetta, and then he had a draw with Deontay Wilder. He was dropped twice in that fight. Although a lot of people, including myself, felt Tyson Fury won the fight, it still looked like it's a draw. It's going to be on the record as a draw. It's a draw. So the fact they have Tyson Fury at number one shows that the Ring Magazine obviously felt Fury won the fight, and obviously they feel Tyson Fury is a level above, we'll say, Deontay Wilder, because they have him ahead of Deontay Wilder. I'm going to read you the top 10 rankings here at heavyweight. Okay, so as I just said, number one is Tyson Fury. In at number two is Deontay Wilder. Okay, now, should Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury have a rematch? As far as I know, that would mean that the Ring Magazine title will be on the line in that fight, because I think they only will give their Ring Magazine world title or belt or whatever you want to call it to the heavyweights, or the contenders, I should say, round 1 and 2. So if Anthony Joshua had fought Deontay Wilder this weekend, I'm not sure where Wilder was ranked prior to that. I'm assuming he would have been, say, number 3. So probably the rankings, they wouldn't have been able to give Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua their vacant title, because you have to be ranked number 1, number 2. I know I'm going a bit off there. That's how it works. The Ring Magazine title, you have to be ranked number 1, number 2. So if we see a rematch between Fury and Wilder, we'll obviously have the Ring Magazine title on the line. In at number 3, Andy Ruiz. Okay, I don't think anyone's too surprised about that, given what happened over the weekend. In at number 4, Anthony Joshua. In at number 5, Dillian Whyte. So Dillian Whyte, Anthony Joshua make up the top 5. I would imagine that would be most people's top 5. I would imagine, given what happened, that's most people's top 5. Maybe in a different order, but I would imagine most people would have the top 5 heavyweights like that. In at number 6, Luis Ortiz. No problem with that. Alexander Povetkin, number 7. Okay. Joseph Parker, 8. Adam Kalnacki, 9. Adam Kalnacki, I've never really rated him personally, but, he is a decent fighter. And we have Kubrat Pulev in at number 10. That's a decent enough heavyweight rankings as far as I'm concerned. Some people might say, where's Usyk? As far as I know, Usyk is still number 1 at cruiserweight. He hasn't officially fought a heavyweight, so I don't think that the Ring Magazine will rank him just yet. So I know most people would say if Usyk had fought a heavyweight, as he was meant to fight Takam a few weeks back, if he had fought Takam, he'd probably be in the top 10 of the Ring Magazine. He'd probably be in the top 5 maybe. But now that's the Ring Magazine's rankings as it is. Again, Fury is ranked number 1. Do you agree with that? Do you think maybe Deontay Wilder should be number 1? Do you think maybe Andy Ruiz, given the fact that he beat Anthony Joshua convincingly, should be in at number 1? Let me know who you think. Let me know what your top 5, if you have a top 5 heavyweights, how you'd have them. Me personally, I would probably put Deontay Wilder at number 1. Purely because he's been a lot more active. He has a legit world title, the WBC. I'm not saying that lineal. It's a mythical title. It's not really anything. So Wilder has actual world title. He's definitely been fighting better opponents than Fury in the last few fights. So I would put Wilder number one, but then I would put Fury number two anyway. So I just changed. The only thing I changed on my top 10, I just rearranged one and two. But other than that, I keep more or less the same. Let me know what you think down below. Again, if you're new, please subscribe. If you like the video, leave a like. And as always, I will talk to you after.